everyone. Welcome to Mindful Moments on this super duper gorgeous and super duper warm day. So, because we have such a warm day, what I'd like to do for you today is lead you through a cooling sequence that can help to calm our body, bring some coolness, and bring some peace in on these hot days, which hopefully we'll be seeing more of as the summer progresses. So we're going to begin standing up. If you have a mat, you can feel free to go to the top of your mat with your feet about hip width distance apart in our mountain pose. So palms are facing out in front of us. We have a slight bend in our knees. We're making sure our hips are not tilted too far back or too far forward, trying to find the sweet spot where we're nice and centered. Taking a deep breath in here through the nose, letting it out through the mouth, just centering ourselves here. Again, breathing in, letting it out. One more time, breathing in, and let it out. This time when we breathe in, we're going to reach up above our heads, bringing our palms to touch, and exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Again, breathing in, reaching up. This time, exhale, diving forward with a flat back. We'll do some half sun salutations, reaching toward the ground. Inhale for a half lift, supporting yourself on either your shins or your thighs. And exhale, release. Inhale, coming all the way back up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, diving down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, breathing in. Exhale, diving down. Inhale for your half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming all the way back up. And exhale, hands to heart. This time we're going to inhale, reaching up again. Exhale, diving down and planting your hands, stepping back with your left foot into your lunge here. If you have blocks or books, you can feel free to use them to bring the ground a little bit closer to you. Breathing here for 5 breaths in a slow lunge. Four breaths. Three more breaths. Two more breaths. One more breath. Go ahead and step forward to bring your feet together in our forward fold once again. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, coming back down, planting your hands, this time stepping back with the opposite foot. Again, using blocks if that's something that you'd like to do to support yourself in your low lunge. And again, for 5 breaths, we'll hold this pose. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more breath. And go ahead and step forward, bringing your feet next to each other once again into your forward fold. Inhale for your half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming all the way back up. And exhale, hands to heart center. We'll turn this way so that you can see me. Another cooling and calming pose is our tree pose. So as we have done before, find a place of centeredness here with weight on both feet equally for this first part. Hands can be by your sides like this or at heart center. Taking a couple of deep breaths in and out. First, we'll shift our weight to our right foot, allowing the left foot to come up just a little bit off the ground, and finding that place on the inside of your right leg where it's comfortable to lay the bottom of your left foot. So maybe on your ankle, maybe on your calf, maybe up above your knee. Whatever is most comfortable for you today. Today I'm going to go on my calf. And we'll take 3 breaths here. If you fall out of it, you can bring yourself right back in. Maybe focus on a point in front of you that isn't moving to help you find your balance. And 2 more breaths to reach up, grow your branches if you want to, or stay where you are. And bringing your hands back to heart center, slowly bringing that left foot back down to the ground, returning weight to both sides, maybe shaking the right foot out just a little bit if you'd like to. And again, any of this breathing that we're doing in stillness, you can feel free to incorporate some of the other breathing tools that we've learned together, such as the cooling breath. As a reminder, that is the breath where you, on your inhale, are making a small circle with your lips or curling your tongue. Breathing in through that tiny space. And then breathing out, closing your mouth and breathing out through your nose. One more cooling breath here. Nice. Now shifting your weight to your left leg and bringing your right leg up just a little bit off the ground. Again, find that place on the inside of your left leg now where you'd like to rest the bottom of your right foot. Against the ankle, on the calf, or up above the knee. Making sure we're taking care of our knee joint. It's one of our very, very important joints. And breathing in this posture for 3 breaths. And using 2 breaths to grow our branches if you wish. And exhale, bringing your hands back to heart center and slowly returning your right foot back down to the ground. Go ahead and shake out the left foot if you want to. And bring your arms down by your sides. Take a wide stance, bringing your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart with your toes facing forward. Again, if you'd like a block, you can grab it and have it in front of you here. We're just going to do some forward folding. So we'll take a deep breath in, reaching up. And exhale, keeping a flat back as long as you can, keeping a bend in your knees, going towards the ground. You can use a block to bring the ground up closer to you, or you can go all the way down to the ground, whatever's comfortable for you. And breathing here for 3 breaths. Inhale for a half lift here with a flat back. And exhale, releasing back down once more. 3 more breaths here. Inhale for a half lift again. Exhale, release. Inhale to bend your knees deeply and roll up your spine in this wide stance. Your head is the last to come up. Step your feet together once more. And you can step to the top of your mat again if you want. We'll just do a reach up again as we inhale. Exhale, folding down, plant your hands and step back into downward dog. Pausing here for 1 breath cycle, breathing in and out. And then lower your knees and push yourself back to sit on your heels for a child's pose for 3 breaths again. After your 3rd breath, you come on up into tabletop. I'm going to turn it around just so that you can see me a little bit better here. We're going to do a lion's pose together. So you can either have your knees together like you do in child's pose, or as an option in child's pose, you can bring your big toes to touch and have your knees a little bit more widely spread. So whatever's more comfortable for you, your hands can go either on your thighs in this direction with your fingers pointing in front of you, or on the floor, the fingers pointing in front, or for an additional stretch, you can have your fingers pointed back if you have some flexibility in your wrists. This is a lion's pose, and it's a lion's pose because we're going to breathe in through our nose, and then exhale, opening our mouth, letting our tongue out for a lion's or dragon's breath. We'll do this 5 times, breathing in and out. If you make the sound of ha and let it sort of bounce off the back of your throat, it's even more helpful. So take another deep breath in and let it out. Ha. 1 more time, breathe in and out. Ha. 2 more, breathing in and out. Ha. Last time, breathing in and out. Go ahead and adjust your hands if you are holding them back for that additional stretch, and we'll push ourselves back into child's pose for 2 breaths. After your 2nd breath, you can gently bring yourself into a seated position with butterfly legs, so the bottoms of your feet coming together and knees out on your sides. If you'd like to support your knees with some blocks underneath, that is an option, or you can go without. First, let's take a cooling breath in and let it out. As we find centeredness and a tall spine here. Now we're going to breathe in, reaching up, and breathe out, reaching and shining your heart forward, reaching, folding forward until you can't keep a flat back anymore, and then you can round and bring your hands to the ground. Holding this forward fold for 3 breaths. After your 3rd breath, inhale, reaching up once more, opening your chest to the world again. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do one more forward fold. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, reaching forward, shining forward with your heart, keeping a flat back as long as you can, and then gently allowing your back to curve and bringing your hands to the ground. On your next inhale, reach up, shine your heart forward, and lift. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Remove any blocks that you have from your sides. And we'll turn, if you're facing the same direction I am. You can bring your legs out in front of you, straight out, stretching them out. And then slowly, using your stomach muscles as much as possible, slowly, slowly, slowly bring yourself down onto your back so that you're going as slowly as possible until you are flat on your back here. And then bring your knees up to your chest to give yourself a little bit of a hug. You can rock gently from side to side a little bit if that feels good. Taking an inhale as you come back to center. And exhale, letting your arms tee out next to you and letting your knees fall to the right side. If you want to, you can look straight up or look over the opposite shoulder to where your knees are. And we'll be here for 3 breaths. After your 3rd breath, on your inhale, bring your knees back to center, your gaze back to center. And exhale, let your knees fall to the opposite side, and your gaze to the opposite side if you wish. After your 3rd breath, again, inhale, bringing your knees back to the center, giving yourself one more hug. Before letting your feet come down to the ground, and then fully extending your legs out, letting your feet fall away from each other, taking up space with your arms as much as you like. As we enter into our final pose, Shavasana. As we're in this short Shavasana resting pose today together, you can increase your cooling thoughts to help continue to cool your body. So perhaps you can imagine floating on the ocean water, perhaps in a river, feeling the gentle caress of the water underneath you. Perhaps you imagine the soft breeze that's blowing on top, bringing comfort, bringing coolness, changing the air to just a little bit of movement of the stillness. And in your stillness, you experience that movement even more. Take 2 more deep breaths in and out. after your second full breath. You can roll gently onto either side, pausing again to take a moment for yourself, to think cool thoughts. And then use your hands to gently bring yourself back up into a seated position with your hands in a comfortable place on your body, maybe on your knees, maybe with palms touching at heart center, maybe one hand over your own heart and the other on top of that. We'll take 3 cooling breaths together to close our practice today, breathing in through that little hole, that little space, or the curl in your tongue. And then breathing out through your nose. Breathe in and out. Once more, breathe in and out. Your eyes are closed, you can gently open them and become present in the space once more. We'll close our short cooling practice today by saying namaste.